Good morning, my friends. Tilt this one a little bit. I hope you are all having the most fantastic Saturday. I'm trying to perform a little witchcraft this morning as I get started. And I'm going live in two places at once. Trying to broadcast from two places at once. There we go. So I'm just trying to make sure both are up and running. And they are. And I'm not going to leave too much of an intro this morning to my fumbling around because I'm planning on recording this also for YouTube. So if you're watching this at a later date on YouTube, I super thank you for following along, and I'm sorry for all this fumbling in the beginning, but I don't know how to edit videos. All right, so now that that's all out of the way and I'm up and I'm running and I'm live, yay! Happy Saturday, my friends. Thank you for joining me for a little Saturday sex chat with Lady Mack. Slowly trying to get back into, oh no, one of my lives just crashed. There we go. It's not the one I'm going to record from, which is great. It's my authors page, which is always a little wonky. So I'm just going to keep going. Hopefully if anybody is there watching, they'll come over here because can you guys see me okay? Can you hear me okay? I hope I'm good. All right. So, I got a bunch of Amandas just hopped on. Thank you. So the topic of today's live, as I wanted to get back into the whole, erotica chats and such, is a topic I think is super important. I touched on yesterday and I'm excited to share with you guys today. It is talking about intimacy in your relationship and with yourself, without sex, without, Okay, this one is going all sorts of crazy. So I wonder how I can change that. You know what? I don't even want to change that right now. I'll just reshare this over. Because this one seems to be great. You guys are sending me a bunch of hearts and loves. So I hope, I'm clear. You can hear me. All right. So, as I mentioned on a live briefly yesterday, the holiday season and the winter months tend to be the highest months for divorce rate, breakups, suicide, depression. Everything seems to skyrocket around this time of year. It's a hard time for a lot of us. It's a hard time for our relationships. And I wrote a blog that I want to chat more with you guys about and maybe have a little bit of interaction with, because it's a lot of tips on how to bring back some of that romance, that spark, that intimacy, that connection with your partner. Hopefully, to make things better. And this is really driving me nuts. All right, I'm going to have to stop this because there's no way I can concentrate. All right. So I wrote this blog to share some of these tips. Maybe you guys have some too. And hopefully we can kind of connect better through the holidays and our relationships can flourish and things will be great. Please, if you have anything to comment along the way, I'd love to hear from you. You guys are amazing. All right, so let's kind of get started. I'm really grateful you guys are here. Also, this is really fun for me to be able to get back into the swing of things and to share some love and inspiration and insight. I was going to get all dressed up for you, but it's Saturday and I'm not feeling it. So Star Wars it is. I did put my glasses on though, so I could see. So I really wanted to specifically talk about the fact that this is something not to do with sex, because that gets so lost in our relationships where, we think it's that love isn't sex. It's not, and a lot of times when we get busy with the holidays, we get busy with kids, we get busy with work, sex for a lot of relationships can get backburnered. And then everything else kind of gets backburnered. And then when you don't have time for sex and we don't have that intimacy. So I wanted to share so many different ways that you can connect with somebody without that. And then, of course, hopefully, that'll come back. I got lots of tips for people if you're struggling with sex as well. But I think this is important because this can also be related to yourself too. And again, a lot of us are affectionate, but, sex is more than kissy, lovey-dovey affection, right? So to get started, I want you guys to think about, and this is how I started my blog, think about the last time somebody gave you something or did something for you that really made you feel like appreciated or loved, or like they were thinking about you. And this can even be something that you did for somebody else too, or something you did for yourself. Chances are it was something that didn't break the bank. You probably did it on an impulse. A lot of us don't spoil ourselves or think about ourselves. Um, and in a lot of relationships, we forget how important it is to remember the little details about our partners and to spoil them and make them feel special, right? So in saying all this, most of these tips and ideas and stuff that I have aren't going to cost you a ton of money, aren't going to break the bank. There'll be stuff that you can apply to yourself or your partner today. So on that note, as I started this, I've been single a long time, but I also have learned a lot of self-love and for my relationships with my children and myself. So the first idea I came up with to share with you guys was lunches. Does your partner pack a lunch? Do your kids pack a lunch? Do you pack yourself a lunch? Sticking a little I love you note inside of their lunch bag, or sharing a little picture or a little something tucked inside of their coat, or something that they'll find midday, or your children will find midday, or you'll find midday as a little pick you up, you know. You gotta open up your lunch in the middle of the day if you make your partner your lunch, and you know, that's nice. That's a nice little really cheesy but cute reminder that you're thinking of them, or you know, I thought that was cute. And another one I thought for food is after somebody's had a really long day of work, or an experience in their life, or something that they're going through, sometimes cooking them a nice meal is nice to have them, you know, you come home and dinner's cooked. I love food, but I don't like to cook. I like to bake. So for me, it would be takeout. Maybe it's ordering in their favorite food, just taking that pressure off of having them have to cook, or get their favorite snacks for them. You know, maybe they really love a certain type of chocolate bar, or a certain type of peanut or granola or whatever. Sticking that in their lunch as a special little, you know, hey, I was thinking of you and I got your favorite snack, or for you. That's a nice little reminder that you know, you can indulge a little in the special things, you know. Chantel, oh, thank you so much for this. So Chantel says, I've started following you. I heard your story, and the first thing I want to say is you're such a strong woman and so inspiring. Thank you so very much. Yeah, I've shared my story a little bit more recently. I was homeless a few years ago with my children, come through a traumatic experience. Now I'm an author. I do some public speaking, some blogging, some workshops, and a lot of them revolve around love, self-love, connecting with yourself, your relationships, your partners. So yeah, that was the basis of kind of this impromptu getting back into the sex chats with Lady Mack. I wanted to ease into it with something that was super important, I think, right now, and part of my story too. So I've learned a lot over the last few years, how to love myself again, how to care for myself, how to care for my children, how to nourish new relationships that I get into. And so that's what some of these tips are. Hopefully they'll help some other people reconnect with themselves or their partners or loved ones over the holidays, because I know this can be such a hectic time, and I don't want anyone to think that in order to show their love or affection that they have to break the bank or come up with these great grand gestures. That you know, there's so many little ways you can really cherish your partner. So I spoke a whole bunch about food in my blog, and then I actually had to mention that I'm like, there's so much more to this than food, to making your partner feel special besides buying their favorite food or their snack or putting stuff on their lunch. I guess I was stuck on food for a bit. You know, so have someone come in to clean. I know that seems like a big expense for a lot of people, but in the long run, it's really not. Maybe once a month to come home and have your house clean and not have that, not have to clean your bathroom, not have to clean your kitchen. Self-care is a whole lot more than bubble baths and getting your nails done. It's keeping up with your life and making sure things run smoothly and making sure your needs around you are met. And the first time I ever had a house cleaner come in once a month, it cost me like $50 Canadian, so it's probably like 35 bucks American. And it blew me away how good that made me feel. So, if you can't afford a cleaner for your partner, maybe you spend some time cleaning before they come back from somewhere so they come home and things are clean. The bathroom's clean or the kitchen is clean. Um, you know, maybe they've got a to-read list and they love to read. And maybe you can't afford to go to Chapters and buy some books. The library exists. I love the library. Go to the library and borrow some of their favorite books or a book they're really dying to read and leave it out for them and make some time for them to read it. If you have kids, if you have pets, if you have responsibilities, mind those responsibilities for your partner for a little while. Let them have that time to have a bath if that's the self-care they need. Because sometimes self-care is actually having a bath and doing your nails and watching TV and sleeping. It depends on how well you are taken care of. If your needs are fairly met, then self-care can be those relaxing times. If your needs are not met, self-care is having somebody come in to clean your car, organize your closet, help you get your shit together, take care of your debt. Maybe I should have done something with my hair. Anyway, self-care is learning to love your crazy hair. So, here's some other ideas. Physical touch without sex. Give them a massage. And a massage without, a happy ending or that has any ulterior motive to it. If they're on their feet all day, rub their legs for them, their feet. And that goes for you too, ladies. Trying to, make a happy ending at a... or maybe you want to. Who am I to judge? I'm just saying, treat them well. Listen to them. This is something that I forgot and then I added back into my blog. Listen to your partner. Ask them how they're doing, how their day was, how they're feeling, what they're going through, their current desires, goals, wants. Listen without waiting to talk and find a way to encourage that. Let's see. What else? Oh yeah, buy them flowers. And I don't mean on a random Tuesday, or I don't mean on Valentine's Day or on their birthday. I mean on a random Tuesday. And they don't have to be roses. They don't have to break the bank. A pretty daisy on a random day as a pick-me-up will do wonders for your partner as opposed to buying a dozen roses on Valentine's Day because you have to. I promise you that. Let's see. What else? Do you guys have any ideas? Oh, I just came across a whole bunch more. But yeah, what do you guys feel? Hey, Annalyn, any of you guys watching the replay maybe, or watching this on YouTube, if you have any tips for ways to spice up your relationship or connect with your partner without hopping in the sack, I'd really like to hear it. Because I love to be able to add to this and find out what works for other people too, right? I have plug time. I have a workshop on love letters, writing a love letter to your partner for romance, maybe memories or something you've been through. And I also have a class for yourself. And please don't think that love letters are so outdated and old-fashioned, because they're not. And the feeling and emotion and the real giving behind a letter or some way of sharing that with your partner, because it doesn't have to be a letter. It could be a cheesy text message. It could be a postcard, it could be a picture, it could be a video, whatever. But that heartfelt, why you care about your partner for more than their looks or sex, but like what they mean to you. Do they inspire you? Is it their strength that you love about them? Is it their passion for life? Is it the way they care for you and your children and your house? Is it how hardworking they are? Whatever it is that's attracted you to your partner in the inside, write it down. Share that with them in words. And I promise you, like that, they're having a crummy week and they find this cute little note under their pillow on a random Wednesday morning, and it's like all the reasons why you fell in love with them. That's gonna do something incredible for your relationship. I promise you. That has nothing to do with some candlelit, passionate sex. Taking them away somewhere and like rekindling some alone time is amazing for your relationship. And again, like I spoke about in the beginning, none of these things have to break the bank or cost a ton of money unless you want to take your partner to Jamaica on a getaway. I should have done something with my eyebrows too. What you see is what you get, guys, and you don't get upset. Isn't that what our kids are told? I have places that are on my bucket list that are like an hour or less from where I live that don't cost really anything. They might cost admission to somewhere or a picnic lunch. You could stay home. You could find somebody to watch your kids or your pets, or just shut your phones off for an afternoon and just spend time with your partner, quality in time with your partner. Maybe it's watching a movie together. Maybe it's taking a nap. Maybe it's just talking for a while. Maybe it's just holding hands. I don't know. But there are a lot of ways you could go out or go away somewhere, have a staycation, that you can really reconnect with your partner and show them that, that you really care about them. Let's see. I like the sneaky voicemail thing. You're like, call your partner when you know that they won't be able to answer their phone and leave a cute little voicemail. Or if you're single, you could write little post-it notes and leave them hidden around your house. Now you know you left them there. There is some lack of surprise when you're single. I know, trust me. Hello. But it's nice. It's nice to be reminded that you're brave, that you're inspiring, you're magnificent, that you're wonderful, that you're helpful and you're kind. For no reason, just to be reminded that, Let's see. Start a paint night together or a board game night together. Take a new class. Try out a new sport. You may have to brainstorm things that your partner is into, or yourself, especially if you haven't spent a lot of time connecting in that sense with yourself or your partner. Find out what they really like, what makes them tick, what makes them happy, and surprise them with that. If your partner has a hobby that they're really into or something that they've always wanted to try, surprise them with tickets to go one night or an instructor to learn. Take a long walk in the woods. Somebody laughed at my comment about that, but nature is incredible for you, and being out in the fresh air in nature with your partner, connecting away from everything, distractions, phones, people, is really, really great for yourself and your soul and connecting with your partner. So I think that's really important. Nature is important, and you're not going to be able to have sex in the woods, or maybe you will. I know most of these can all lead back to sex, but I'm trying, I'm hoping I'm getting through here, that there's like 101 ways you can really connect with your partner, make them feel special, make them feel cared about, make them feel like you're listening to them, that aren't going to break the bank and that are going to really help your relationship flourish, especially over this time of the hustle and bustle of the holidays when we maybe aren't connecting as well and our focus is not on each other, or when we're so busy that we don't have time to have sex or masturbate. Who doesn't have time for that? Lots of people. All right. I'm really glad that you guys could join me here today. I hope I got an idea through to somebody, I resonated with somebody, an idea was sparked. Maybe somebody's gonna stick a love letter in their partner's lunch bag. Maybe they're gonna take a class together. Maybe they're gonna sit down now and just have a heartfelt conversation with their partner. Whatever it is, I hope that I spark something. If you have any ideas I haven't talked about, I probably missed some. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what works in your relationship, how you keep that alive. Do you guys have a sexy board game night? Do you guys go to trivia together? Do you have, a special way to say I love you that, you sneak in there, you write on a piece of paper and you sneak in their pocket, so when they check their pocket at work break, they have this cute little note that says I love you. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what you do to keep your relationship alive. I want to know what tricks you have. Yeah. And again, just like I said in the beginning, I thought this was really important to share because the holidays are coming. There's so much stress around that. The winter season, the holidays have the biggest divorce rate, the highest breakup rate, the highest suicide rates. If we can reconnect with ourselves and each other over this, I think that's super important. I want everybody to love. I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to feel special. We all deserve that. We deserve that from our partners. We deserve that from ourselves. So yeah, buy the flowers for no reason. Tell them you love them. Make time for them. Draw them up a hot bath. Give them a massage. Pay attention to them. Ask them what they need in life. Support their goals. Clean the house. Pick up the laundry. Hire a sitter. Have someone clean the bathroom for them. Make them feel like they are worthy, they're deserving, and loved. And your relationship with yourself too, and with them, will greatly improve. I promise. Okay, so there's my love ramble for the day. I have some actual sex topics I'd like to talk about in the future. I'm hoping to do another sex chat on Wednesday of this following week. Some like romance tips and some bedroom tips. But yeah, I thought this one was a really good one to start with, because it's something I really feel near and dear to my heart. I've done a lot of work on myself for relationship-wise over the last little while. Hey Andrew, happy birthday, I'm putting you on the spot. And I know where I've struggled in the past, and I know where I will succeed in the future, and I want that for everyone. I want everyone to be happy and loved with themselves and one another and their relationships. So yes, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for future videos. And if you're just watching, you can catch the replay. And I'm going to post this on YouTube. I'm trying to get my YouTube channel up and running again. I'm trying to do all the things. So you can find me there. Oh, hi Jay. Thanks for watching. Yeah, you guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. Love, blessings, all of that to all of you. You are amazing people. Thank you so much for supporting me and being here. Love yous. Happy Saturday.